Hi guys! Hello there! Welcome back to UB Studio and welcome back to Photography Basics. We are already on our third session and I'm really excited that I keep filming this. And today I will be going through composition and lighting in very easy and UB way. So I might not be like a textbook, but it's something that I learned through all my photography career and hopefully it'll help you. So composition, I know you have heard the rule of thirds and that's how I learned later in my photography career as well. But when I think about composition, I usually put everything center as much as possible because I like a stableness of a photography or an image gives, or something that's very symmetrical. So I usually try to put everything parallel. If there's a ground or a land or ocean, I try to put everything parallel. And I do try to put everything center or at a place where rule of thirds stay. But from my experience, I think the best composition, it works out the most well when you think in terms of the message of the image that you're trying to say. And I think when I put the subject in according to omitting or reducing the things that does not help the message of the image, you just take it away and that's how the composition gets edited. Okay, so this is Chevin and Chevin is going to be my example for the composition. So usually even right now, I have my horizon, which is a carpet line, as parallel as possible. I know I can edit this, but I want my original photography as close to perfect, which it's hard all the time, but I try. So I usually try to keep the horizon as straight as possible, and I like the backlight. Sit. Okay, good. And I like that portrait and the overlap of the flower vase. And I'm gonna try to cut that chair as possible, which means I might need to zoom in a little bit more. So that's a new composition as well, and we see that a snake plant behind her more. But if you want, or I kind of want that flower a little bit more, then I'm just going to angle it down a bit more towards the ground and angle it up. And there's a new composition also. And I'm still keeping the horizon parallel as possible. And I kind of like that too. Chevin. Yeah, she doesn't like photos. Good. See, that'll be a photo right there. And if I actually don't like that chair, like completely, I will try to zoom in right in. I love the backlight right now. And that'll be a new composition, which I would really like because it's in the center. And there's floors as well. And there's a backlight. That's beautiful. Hope that kind of helped. I hope Chevin was a good example. But it's just think about it in terms that you reduce whatever is not important in the scene. And if the atmosphere is important, leave the atmosphere. If that subject or if that still life or if that object is important to the scene, leave it to the scene. That's how composition is easy for me. I never studied about it. It just came naturally if you think about the core message or the core thing that you want to deliver. And next is lighting. Lighting could be, a day subject or a quarter, a semester subject. It could be something really long to think about, but I'm going to be really simple. I use natural lighting mostly, and even though I do have a studio light and I have a reflector, and I've tried different lighting in many different circumstances, professional or non-professional, I do still prefer natural light. When I shoot in my studio, I have a natural light from a huge window in the living room, and on the opposite side I usually have a reflector, or these days I have a 37-inch softbox light. So the main light I do prefer a natural light and a fill light, which is literally meaning it fills the shadow. I have a small artificial light that I use. So, but in this terms, I do want to say natural light without any fill light, just natural light, it does create a different mood. And I like that too. But with natural light and a fill light, with an artificial light or any kind of light, it does create more light and it kind of fills the subject as a whole. So I think that's the basics of what you gotta know. And you only need, if you do want to invest, one other light to fill that shadow or a reflector. So think about in terms, what's my main light and what's my light that's going to fill the shadow if it needs for your message of the imagery. Okay, that was the two really simple technical things I really want to review. To be honest, I'm not really a technical person, so I did try to explain as clear as possible. But these are important things in photography, and it'll be better if you know pre-hand before you really go into creating images, because they will help to for you to express something that's important for your imagery. So thanks for watching, and hopefully see you soon in my next photography basics video, and see you later.